right, Kristen. Now hear me out. I'm gonna do some more in my the asshole, and I just want just gonna read it. Want to get your opinion. Comment down below how you guys feel. If this guy is the asshole or not, or girl, who knows? Yeah, just let us know what you think. So I'm gonna go ahead and read the first one. It says, "Am I the asshole for celebrating my birthday? I have a twin sister who passed away almost a year ago. She was my best friend, and losing her felt like I lost part of myself and felt like part of me is missing. I have been in therapy, which has helped me a lot. My parents, though, haven't been doing well. They argue a lot, which rarely ever happened before. It has made being at home difficult. Being a twin obviously means my sister and I share a birthday. Yesterday was our birthday, and I ended up missing school because I didn't think I would be able to concentrate. My parents understood, so they let me stay home. They didn't wish me a happy birthday, though, or buy me a present. They knew what day it was, though, so I kind of just laid in bed all day. A few hours after the normal time school got out, a few close friends of mine, of both my sister and me, came over with cupcakes, balloons, and presents. It honestly made me so happy my friends did that. We were in the basement just hanging out and talking when my mom yelled for me to come upstairs. She asked what was going on, and I explained what happened. She said, I can't believe I want to celebrate without my sister. I said, well, it's my birthday too, and I miss my sister so much today. It's been really hard for me, but you and dad act like today just isn't our birthday, and you still have me. You should still acknowledge I'm here and try to support me. She got mad and called me selfish. We haven't talked since. It was very hard having my birthday without my twin, but to help me, I felt like I can't just act like this day isn't happening. Plus, I know my twin would want me to still celebrate.
Okay.
Thoughts, comments, concerns?
Definitely not an asshole. That wasn't that too bad. Like,
Yeah,
obviously, I understand the like. I feel like it's a day. Obviously, like, I understand that 100%. Celebrating for not only for yourself but for her as well. Um, and just she would want him to continue to keep having birthdays and being happy and having fun. So I really truly believe that was. I wouldn't say that's being an asshole whatsoever.
yeah, no, I agree with you. I mean, obviously, I get it. Like, the parents are gonna have a tough time. They lost one of their children, and it didn't state her age, but obviously there's. I guess they were still living at home. They're still going to school, so they're probably, I would say, probably in the teens. So yeah, it's hard for the parents, and those. I always heard that it's like those first that hit the hardest.
Yeah.
First Christmas without them, first birthday without them,
Mm-hmm.
and
Which go ahead. Go
I'll say so. Yeah, I definitely get why. Like, even she felt like it was hard for her to celebrate, but she had good friends that came over and wanted to, like, they knew they probably. I mean, their friends probably knew, like, okay, this is gonna be hard. Like, we still need to go over there so that she can celebrate and have good time and stuff. And kind of move on in a way. So I think I agree with you. I don't think she's really the asshole. It just kind of sucks that the parents kind of see it that way. I
ahead.
mean, it's kind of hard to call the parents assholes. Like, they lost a child, and what kind of mean.
Yeah. We're trying to be more sympathetic towards them. But
Hmm.
I don't know. I would rather celebrate than grieve. Like, well, then like, what are you expecting to do on that day? Is it just sit around and
Hmm.
be sad all day because the twin is no longer there? Is you think that's the way that the twin would have wanted it to be? Um, I just I just rather would celebrate it instead of you know like be down about it. It just doesn't make sense to me to sit there and act like you know our it's just like kind of like death in a way. Our
Hmm.
funerals, like, although it's a sad day, I think when I pass away, I'd rather I want to be celebrating more, and I want people mourning over me. Like, be happy about all the good stuff that we did in life, and let's dwell over all that stuff over the fact that I'm gone. Like, obviously, you're gonna be people might be sad and stuff like that, but
Yeah.
I'd rather be I'd rather be celebrated over
I'll make sure to take some shots at your funeral, bro. I got you. I'll
well
pour them out too.
that's saying that you're gonna make it to my funeral.
I mean, I mean, this statistically, I think I have a good chance. I guess. Is it 50-50? I guess. I
That's
don't
the
know.
what's
I
the
mean,
statistics on that?
a 50% chance I do, 50% chance I don't.
Is that the 50-50? Okay.
I guess I don't fucking know. But yeah, let me go ahead and read another one. I haven't proofread this one, so it could be good, could be bad, might be a train wreck. Let's just go with it. So, am I the asshole for asking my wife to get rid of her cats? I'm gonna go ahead and say yes. End of story. As a
No,
cat owner, not just
definitely get rid
no.
of the cats. You want me? Get rid of the cats.
No, this is tough. This is a tough take, no matter how you spin it. But I'm not entirely convinced I'm in the wrong. Now, my wife is a cat person. I'm a dog person. She has 3 cats, and I have a dog. I interact with her cats and think they're pretty cool, though it's taken them a while to warm up to me. Whereas she truly just doesn't like my dog for reasons that are justified. I simply have a higher patience and tolerance level, whereas my wife expects perfect listening skills, which is unrealistic. Though I'm willing to admit she has never asked me to rehome her outside of one single occurrence a while ago, which was said out of frustration. Now, on to the issue. My wife is currently pregnant with our fourth and last. She is a stay at home mother, homeschools our kids, grows our own food, and generally keeps the house clean. This isn't due to me asking or expecting it from her, but she genuinely enjoys it. She only just became a stay at home mother when COVID hit, and honestly, life has been fantastic. Less stress. She even says the same. But again, she's currently pregnant. She can no longer clean the cat box. The kids, triplets, damn triplets, are too young to clean the cat box. It gets stinky quick and gives her migraines. Because of my long hours and generally being completely exhausted when I get home, I usually forget to clean it myself. I know that that's a me problem, but given that it's a safe issue for my wife, I think rehoming them, at least until the end of pregnancy, is the best option. So I suggested to her she's 20 weeks or so it wouldn't be god awful length of time to rehome them before she got them back anyhow. She lost it, however. She told me I'm selfish and expecting her to rehome her cats because I don't want to pick up one chore around the house. That truly isn't the case though. I truly forgot I truly forget because of how exhausted I am when I get home. She then stated that it would be a cold day in hell that she rehomes her cats when I get to keep a dog that no one wants but me. I will admit that the kids have zero interest in the dog, like none whatsoever, but they all love the cat, so maybe I am in the wrong. However, I was truly thinking of it from a safety aspect of things, and she just seems to think I'm being selfish. Alright, so is she the asshole, Kristen? What do you think? Thoughts, comments,
Is
concerns?
she or he? He is he the asshole?
He.
Yes.
Well, I mean, she. You could think she's the asshole too.
Well, he's the one asking, telling the story,
Yeah,
right?
yeah, yeah.
Um, no, I don't think he is. I understand from both sides of it. Um, I could definitely see why he would feel the way he feels, and I'm assuming this dog might be an outside dog because it doesn't seem like cleaning up after the dog is an issue.
Mm-hmm.
So, or might be trained well enough to know this is the place or whatever. Cats are very low maintenance for the most part. But at the same time, when that kitty litter box gets dirty, it is hectic. Um, so I do agree with them on the fact that like, hey, look, you're not cleaning it. Obviously you got a lot of other stuff you're taking care of. Just for now, let's rehouse them, and then whenever you have the next child, then we can bring them back. I think it's just a temporary fix for now. I don't see nothing assholeish about that. I think it's just like, hey, convenience for the both of us, since I'm working long hours and you're having to take care of so much stuff, also dealing with a pregnancy. Let's just put the cats somewhere for now that, obviously they're cats. They're not gonna, you know.
Yeah.
But yeah, and then just bring them back. That's just how I feel. Like I don't see a problem with that. If the dog was an issue, okay, same thing, vice versa. You know what I mean? Like find a dog sitter or whoever can home the dog until this time comes. But it seems like the dog is trained or whatever for the most part.
Yeah, I feel like I hate the fact that she kind of was like, "Oh, but you get to keep this dog." Then what he wants, like, I feel like they're not really related
Yeah,
because the cat, the litter box is the issue,
especially
and
if it's
not the
giving
dog.
her,
Like,
especially if it's giving her migraines and stuff.
yeah, and it's pretty bad. Like when they're pregnant, I think they're not supposed to be, you like I said, it kind of smells pretty bad. So, and like as a cat owner, yeah, yeah I agree with you on that. Um, I mean, I don't really think he is the asshole too much because they are her cats, and yeah, I mean, I feel like if he could and he didn't work these long hours, he wouldn't. He would be okay with kind of stepping in and doing what he needs to. So his wife doesn't get these migraines, smelling all this, and like the baby doesn't nothing happens to the baby or anything like that.
Mm.
But the fact that he is working these long hours and he doesn't have the time for these cats, then I kind of agree with him. I mean, maybe the solution could be like rehome or not rehoming. That's what she said. Um, just making them kind of transition into like outdoor cats for the moment.
Yeah.
Putting the litter box like outside or whatever. Or moving the litter box like maybe to the
Outside.
garage
Yeah.
if they have a garage or something. Or somewhere where it just won't like stink up the whole house or so that she won't be able to smell it kind of thing.
Yeah.
But obviously, I'm not too sure of their living situation. It could be like a small place with no garage or apartment or something like that. So I mean, obviously, kind of just depends on that. They might not have a backyard that they can have outdoor cats at. So,
Mm-hmm. All right,
uh,
but most apartments have like a patio, hopefully, and if they want to like install like a kitty door or something like that, they could probably do that as well. That could be a fix as well. But
mhm,
that's still training your cats to hopefully go out there instead of in the house. Um,
yeah,
but yeah, I agree with everything you said. I could also see another fix being, just as simple as, whenever he gets home, just clean the kitty litter box and just, that just be the thing you do once you get home. And,
yeah, you got,
but I could understand the whole being tired thing. But I could also see like just do it when you get home so you don't have to worry about it and go about the rest of your day. Um,
yeah. Like the issue is like there's three cats, so like it like I guess comes quickly. I guess, but you could also there's also like some litter boxes that kind of clean themselves and stuff like that. So maybe investing in something like that or bigger litter box to kind of
that's an option as
what.
well.
Yeah,
And
so I mean, there's some different solutions that maybe they can explore, but like I said, that's kind of assuming certain situations. Like maybe they don't have the money to spend on these expensive litter boxes that kind of clean themselves.
yeah,
I mean, they do have triplets, and so I mean,
triplets with a
I'm
fourth
sure.
coming on the
Yeah,
way. That's got to
yeah,
be a lot of money.
yeah,
And
because they're still pretty young from what it seems, because they said they're not old enough to change litter box. So, you know,
yeah, and
this just depends on the situation.
yeah, very very true. And honestly, just like the whole situation and the whole like we don't know their hours, the hours that he's working. He might be working some crazy hours, and it's just inconvenient. Honestly, this is all about convenience. I don't think it's really about
Mhm.
being selfish or anything like that. I really think it's just like, hey, like even with him working long hours, like those fumes that she's inhaling for all that time while he's gone because she can't do it, um, that stuff can rack up, and
Yeah,
it's causing the migraines and stuff like that, and you know, the simple solution right now is not getting rid of the cats. It's just rehoming them for now until you're ready to bring them back.
yeah, definitely. I mean, I feel like we provided like a number of solutions. At least one of them should be able to work. Um, so I don't really think he's the asshole, but the wife just kind of needs to understand, like he's trying to look in the best interest of her.
Mm-hmm.
Like he doesn't want her having these migraines and smelling all this, and but some people can get with they come to animals and stuff like that, and
He said, "It's not the dog, it's the cats. Leave my dog out of
my dog uses the bathroom outside.
this." Yep. So that's my take.
Yeah. So let us know what you guys think. Comment down below on both stories, whether you agree with us, you think we're in the wrong, you think they are the asshole. Just let us know. Comment below.
Yep. 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 But other than that, you ready to get the podcast started?
Yeah, let's do this.
All right, back in the podcast started in 3, 2, 1. What up, everybody? This is your boy Chris,
And this is Vic.
and welcome to Now Hear Me Out. This is episode number 91, and welcome to the podcast. If you're listening now, make sure you click on that like, subscribe button, and click on that bell notification so every time we post, you get notified. So as you guys noticed, we were not here last week, but we are here this week, and we'll We'll talk about. I'll talk about it a little bit. It's more on my side than on Vic's side. So, Vic, you want to talk about your week?
Yeah. I mean,
Weeks.
I know, right? I don't really know where to start. I guess I'll start with today because it was actually Ava's 15-month checkup. So
Okay.
went to the doctor's office. She had the last big dose where she had to take like two vaccines at once.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, but yeah, I mean, I can't believe it's 15 months already. Time's flying, bro.
That is.
And it's crazy because like yeah, every time the doctor sees her, it's like, oh, she's gotten so big because it's been like at least 3 months since she's seen her.
Mm-hmm.
Like, wow, she's talking a lot and doing all this, and honestly, it's pretty crazy. But there's that, and then I will say, over the last couple of weeks, I feel like my eBay store's been pretty good. Hitting those garage sales. I will say, I think like not the past weekend, but the weekend before, I actually was at a garage sale, and they had like a whole bunch of Pittsburgh Steelers stuff,
Okay.
which I ended up buying like a good amount of it because it's going like basically she was giving me $1 for each item, like what no matter what,
Mm-hmm.
and I ended up spending $40 at the garage sale, and it's always kind of funny whenever, because obviously I'm a Dallas Cowboy fan, like hardcore, so
Mm-hmm.
like buying all this like Steelers stuff, it's like obviously I'm
Feels
buying it
weird.
to resell it, but it just feels weird,
Yeah.
like um but yeah, that was a good garage sale because like I said, I spent $40 at the garage sale, and I sold some stuff from there. And like one of the things I sold like a mug that's kind of like vintage
Mm-hmm.
and had like the old Pittsburgh Steelers logo, and
Yeah,
I sold that for 40.
when they were named like the Oilers or something like that. That time.
It was still the Steelers, so I don't know. I guess not that too far back, but I sold that mug for 40. So that's basically all my money. So everything else is just like profit.
Okay. That's what's up.
Um, I know, right? Another good news is my parents, like, they got approved for a house, so they'll be moving in June. So I'm happy for them. Start packing and probably help them move a little bit. But they've been searching for a while, and for anyone searching for a house in this economy or
It's
whatever,
economy.
it's
Oh,
yeah, it's rough. So I'm just kind of I'm happy for them because they've been renting like for years. So like they're actually gonna have a house that's theirs, and I'm just happy for them. And it's like it's the neighborhood they wanted, and the price range they were kind of looking at. Everything's good for them. So shout out to my parents.
hey, shout out, shout out.
But besides that, over this past weekend we had my and Leslie's anniversary. Kind of celebrated that, and then we also had my niece's birthday. Celebrated that, and been spending a lot of time with family, which I feel like has been nice. So, but
Okay.
besides that, I don't really have too many more updates. How about you? How was your weeks?
My weeks have could have been better. Not to say the least, but just like last time I was out again because I was at the hospital. Another family emergency was going on. It was my mother, and just checking on her, making sure she was good at the time, and she's doing a lot better now. But she was in the hospital for a couple of days, so was trying to switch, but I don't know. There's been a lot of in and out of hospitals lately, and at that time, like mentally, I just wasn't like ready to be, on the podcast. So it was just like, hey, let's just push it to next week, and we'll go over it then. But my mother's getting a lot better. She's doing a lot better, so big ups to her. And then Friday had a little game night for the friends and stuff like that. Pretty good turnout, it was weird. So I'll tell you about my friends, my fake friends. So the whole thing is, so me and Kayla came up with this idea. We have a whole group chat with all of our friends and stuff like that, right? And we put in the group chat, hey, we're trying to do a game night. We give options for 2 days. We do a Saturday that was coming up that week, and then we was like the Friday of next week. So majority of people said Friday next week, which is not a problem. But the people who said Friday next week didn't even show up to that. So it was like, all right. So I changed this date for y'all, and y'all didn't show up. Um, so it was nonetheless though, even though they didn't come, it was still a really good turnout. We still had fun. We still did karaoke, played some games. It was a good time. For the people that did come. So the people that did come, I appreciate y'all, love y'all, and people who didn't come, hopefully we can catch up next time and do something then. We try to do this thing once a month, but first of all, our schedule's already crazy. So if y'all can't catch us when y'all catch us, that's on y'all. That's dead ass, bro. I think our May schedule is looking crazy right now. And then June's not looking too much better either. But May, we're damn near booked every weekend of May. Just got stuff coming up, graduations, birthdays,
Mother's Day.
Mother's Day. It's just a busy month for us. But yeah, no, and some weddings, I believe. So yeah, it's busy. Other than that, everything else has been pretty chill. Yeah, and here we are. I've been trying to also been trying to do some more streaming here and there. Working on my affiliate. I'm almost affiliate. I need like 3 more followers or 2 more followers on Twitch, and then I gotta get my average viewers up, and then I'll be affiliate, and then I can start, trying to make a little money here and there with alerts and all kinds of little things. So that I'm excited for that.
I see.
I'm excited for that little journey. So, but other than that, that's my updates.
All right. Well, I guess with that being said, I guess we just hop into these stories. We have a couple of quick mentions, so I'll go ahead and hop into the first one, which is the Twitter blue checkmark. Have you been following this at all?
I know about Twitter blue checkmark, but I don't know like in depth of what it is. I know that it was free at first. Like before Elon Musk took over for verified users, and then when he took over, he was like, "Hey, there's no reason for people to have verified, or I feel like everybody should be able to be verified, and now everybody you can pay for it." So
like you said, before Elon Musk took over, it's basically like, I guess once you reach a certain criteria, and it's like you didn't ask for it, you couldn't pay for it. They just kind of like, one day you woke up and you had a blue check mark.
You're verified. I think it had to do something like a certain amount of like followers and stuff. Yeah,
followers and probably interactions and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So yeah, Elon Musk took over, and then there was like a period where like you could buy one. Everyone that had one kept it, but you can also buy one. And then people were like buying that and putting like celebrity names, and then it kind of became a whole thing. And then they came out with saying you had to make sure if you're trying to be like a parody account, you had to like advertise that in your you had to like advertise that in your username. So if you're trying to be like LeBron James, you had to be like LeBron James parody or fake account or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
So obviously people didn't want to pay for that. And then so now basically he took the blue check mark away from everybody, and in order to keep it, you had to pay $8 a month, even for like celebrities. And LeBron James was kind of famous for tweeting that he's like, "Yeah, if you know me, I ain't paying for that blue check mark. $8 a month, nah." Basically saying like he ain't doing it. So I think it's kind of funny because the only thing I read from the story is like there's this little snippet. Billionaire Elon Musk, who bought Twitter last year, is now asking users to pay $8 a month to keep their verification. Although last week he said he was paying for 3 celebrities so that they could keep their blue check marks, which would be Stephen King, LeBron James, and William Shatner. I'm not sure how he came up with those 3.
Yeah, that's very random.
That's like random 3 people. I mean, I kind of get LeBron James because he's the one that kind of said that tweet.
Mm-hmm. But what stops other people from being like, "Well, we're not going to purchase it either," and now he's in the same situation that he's in now?
So I really don't know. Maybe he just loves those 3 people and was like, you know what? Here's a gift. But the only question I have for you is like, do you think, say you had a strong Twitter following, like at what point would you buy the blue check mark, or do you think it's not worth it, like ever?
It's not worth it. I feel like if I have a strong following, they're gonna know who it's me, regardless of. Nobody can impersonate you as well as you can. Like obviously, like even if you're a public figure, there's only so many things that like people can really say that only you would know about, or at that time. So I feel like if I had an official Twitter account or something like that, a lot of people just put like the real this or something like that. But once your following knows who you are, it's kind of hard to just be like, that's not me. Unless somebody really just tries to like copy your stuff from start to finish, but then they have to still try to get your same username and stuff like that. And that's that's not me.
Yeah, I definitely feel you. It's funny because in the reseller community, there's a couple of resellers that I follow that they ended up like paying for the check mark, and I just kind of don't understand why. Like even on one of the podcasts I listened to, like the other two people kind of just like were bashing him for it, like, bro, why you paying for it? Um, so yeah, it kind of doesn't make sense. Like, does it make you feel like you're more
If you,
like
bro,
authentic or higher up, kind of like?
I don't know, man. All I know is that if you had 20 followers before you had the blue check mark, and you got a blue check mark now, probably still got 20 followers. It
Yeah.
doesn't just like, oh man, now I'm at stardom level. No, you still don't have nobody. You're by yourself. You're alone.
Right. Like
And
I don't. For me, the blue check mark really doesn't do much. It just, I mean, it kind of looks cool next to your name, but not. But now that you can get it by paying for it, I feel like kind of devalues it.
yeah, it devalues big time, and credibility goes down horribly with it.
Yeah,
So it's just
that
like,
for sure.
you know what stops another person from coming out and be like, my name is Kristen Ward too. Here's a blue check mark, and I'm just gonna steal some of your photos, and you know that personation thing comes real quick. I feel like like it'd be better if I didn't put the blue check mark, and then if somebody impersonated me, they assume that, oh, I'm gonna get a blue check mark. You know.
No, I definitely feel you.
Yeah. No.
Um,
But before you go to your next quick mention, I heard something else about this whole Twitter thing. So, well, this is kind of off topic, but it's still about Twitter. So, did you hear about when how much of the company Elon Musk let go of when he
no,
first did his
honestly,
mass firing?
mm-mm.
Bro, he fired 80% of the company.
80%,
Eighty
bro.
percent. And in the
That's
interview, they were like 80%, and it was like he's like, yeah, um, he said, well, it seems like you can actually run a Twitter platform without all those extra people. He was like, there's a lot of like pieces in the puzzle that didn't need to be there, and he's like, no, they're still running it just as efficiently, if not more.
they're
So
probably doing more work now. Which I mean, hopefully, I mean, obviously, it's kind of weird because, well, how am I want to phrase this? Like the fact that he fired those 80 people, I'm hoping that those 20% that are still there are getting paid more. Even though I guess I think I'd rather have, I wouldn't want all those people to lose those jobs just so that those people can get paid a little bit more.
yeah. I
Um,
I just think that he probably looked into the company and just saw that there was a lot of jobs that really weren't doing anything, and they were just had probably fancy names and stuff like that just to get paid, and there was just a lot of just people that just shouldn't have been there, and
no,
there was
I
no
totally get
purpose.
it. Honestly, low key, like at my job, like before got into the department I'm in, there was only like two people that were running it. And Loki, I Loki feel like they could just run it without me.
Oh
So I'm over here like, I'm like, bro, don't fire me though. You know,
yeah,
I try to be as useful as I can.
just start trying to do unnecessary shit just to be like, yeah,
Right?
yeah, yeah, I'll take care of
Yeah, yeah,
that.
yeah.
Yeah, I definitely get that. Like my job, even my job, like they be hiring like random positions that they'll add, and they'll be like, okay, what we're using this for, and they'll be like, well, we just need it, and then that person's not doing anything. And so it's just like a useless position
Yeah, there's honestly like a lot of useless positions out there. So
with the
you
fancy
know,
name.
for real. But going on to our next story. Do you know who Morgan Wallen is?
No.
I didn't think so. He's a country artist. Well, he is a country artist, but he's kind of leaning towards that pop country, and he his songs kind of appear on those pop radio stations.
Mm-hmm.
Um, so you can make the argument there. But anyway, he's pretty big. He's pretty big. He has a strong following. You know, when he has a concert, people are gonna come out. So at this concert, he actually had to cancel, and that's not really what I want to talk about in the story. I want to talk about like when artists cancel and how what you feel because there was this tweet that someone put out. It, I'm gonna go ahead and read it. It says Morgan Wallen, since you're offering refunds, here is our itemized bill for you. And they go on to list hotel 560, gas 2 tanks $80, tickets 1600, my outfit 120, husband's outfit 218, Oxford Grill House 235, Cracker Barrel 40, another restaurant for 45, Rebel Rags, which I'm not sure what that is, 629, drinks at the concert 220, Morgan Wallen merch 235 for a grand total of 3,982. My cash app is, and they blurted out and says, and I expect my refund tomorrow. Thanks, bro. So when a
Okay.
when an artist cancels, like obviously they're probably just gonna refund the tickets. But do you think they should take any of this into account? Like
No,
that these people are driving, hours to go see you, and they're spending all this money for outfits. Like, how do
no.
you feel about that?
I no. They should never. They should really refund you for the thing that you really paid for, and that was the tickets. All this other stuff, I understand, like the gas, the hotel. But shoot, make a him not being there does not affect your trip.
For real,
I understand if you
like, what's
decided to
up being
drive that
like,
far out there, still have fun. Just go do something else. You're gonna get your tickets. You're gonna refund you, or shoot, even if he offers y'all tickets to a different show, do that. If you're willing to drive this far for this one, might as well use that 560 and go take a plane.
for real?
And that's 560 between four people. If they all shared a room, $80 between four people. It's just
Yeah,
like and the I don't know why they listed the places at 8. He has nothing to do with that.
right. Like, you chose to eat there. You could have ate at McDonald's for like $10. So, um, I mean, especially like what I don't get is like this person is dropping, almost close to 4,000 just for this trip and experience to go see him. It was like if you have that much type of money just to kind of we shared our opinions about like concerts on here.
Yes.
Um, it's like you, I don't know. I feel like they're just kind of complaining. Like if they have that much money to just throw away, I feel like they're not worried about money. That's how I kind of feel,
Yeah.
and I feel like it's he canceled it because I guess this is the message that was appeared at the show. So I guess an email wasn't even sent out or whatever. But it says, ladies and gentlemen, unfortunately Morgan has lost his voice and is unable to perform tonight. Therefore, tonight's show has been canceled. Please make your way safely to the stadium exit. Refunds for tonight's event will be available at point of purchase.
Yeah, and the thing
So
and the crazy thing is, bro, is that people expect that like they expect these artists to be superhuman. Like, bro, like you want to come, he can come out and just look at y'all, and then he'll be upset that he gave you a concert, but it's just not what you wanted.
I know, for real. Yeah, I mean, obviously, it appeared that she made it to the concert, like she was in there because she put on their drinks at the concert and the merch. So it kind of seems like he was trying, doing whatever he can to see if he can actually do it. He's taking medicine or whatever. I'm sure they have some tricks up their sleeves
hmm
on how, like, seeing if he would be able to perform, and then eventually at one point you gotta say, I can't do it. Uh, so
I'm pretty sure they had other artists that came out there before they said that he couldn't perform tonight. So they still got somewhat of a concert, I'm pretty sure. And then like some of this stuff too, like Rebel Rags. What is this? Is that like another event?
let's see right here. It says this woman also added in a bill for 629 at Rebel Rags, which sells a range of University of Mississippi merch. So I guess it's like
A merch store?
yeah, for
So
University of Mississippi. So
what the hell does that have to do with him? And it says, and her thing, it says, because we wouldn't have had the opportunity to go had it not been for this concert. And it says 629. Bro, what does that have to do with me? And the merch,
for
for
real,
instance, the 235 on merch, bro, that merch is still gonna be merch regardless. Like you're gonna have it. It wasn't gonna change. Wear it to the next concert that you go to.
for
Well, I'm gonna paying you back for merch that you're gonna wear.
real. Right. Same with outfits. Like, bro, just wear that next time
Right.
whenever you go to the next concert.
And I need your husband to find a different outfit that he's spending $218 on to stand outside and
For
watch
real.
another man sing some songs. So
I
I,
definitely, I will say like that Western country kind of wear that whole is expensive.
hell yeah, you bought
So
some fucking boots. That's already
you probably
almost
yeah,
200 right
that's
there. That's probably what that is. Boots.
for real. But
Boots
yeah, I
and a
mean, I get
cowboy
it.
hat. Eh,
I get it that the canceling concert, especially that late, is a major inconvenience. But he's gonna refund the tickets. And honestly, I mean, the only thing I could think of that kind of might soften the blow a little bit. Maybe
Hotel.
like throwing in like an autograph or something.
I don't know about no
Because I'm sure they
autograph.
have the. You don't
I,
think an autograph? What do you like?
I ain't
Some
giving out autographs like that, bro. Especially if
maybe
you a big
maybe
time
some free
artist,
merch,
huh?
free merch or something.
Or like a pen.
I don't know, bro.
Uh,
A handwritten note saying I'm sorry. I don't know.
Definitely not no handwritten note. You
So you
really
don't
get
think it should
like
throw in like anything? A hat? How about a hat, bro?
you get one of those little buttons, bro.
A little towel,
Yeah, little buttons or a
a
towel
little
or like
that paper fan.
one of those things you can put on the back of your phone that sits it up. The pop sockets or
Pop
whatever.
socket, yeah.
Yeah, you probably get one of those maybe. But I ain't giving no like merch. I ain't signing nothing.
A
Yeah.
3 minute phone call.
Your voice doesn't work for singing, but you can talk. Um, yeah, nah, you would not get any signed merch from me. You're already getting the tickets back. Like, I'm not gonna give you free signed stuff.
I mean, I don't know. Something. I feel like a little, like even like a small gift bag. It doesn't have to be anything big.
Gift back, bro. That's the thousands of people.
I guess you're right,
You're already
but
giving back all the money. You in the negatives
but
at this point. He already because
true.
he got to pay. He already had to pay for equipment. He got to pay for the musicians that even though they didn't play, he still got to pay for them. He got to pay for lighting. He got to pay for all those people who came there to set up. That whole setup crew. You got to pay them, even though he did not perform. And he also has given refunds back. Like he's under right now with that whole concert. Just missing one concert, he is under on that.
No, no, I get you. I get you. It just, I think he's big enough that I don't really think this is gonna take a toll on him.
I
Like, I don't
understand
think he's
that,
gonna
but
like. I don't think he's gonna lose fans. Well, I'm saying I don't think he's gonna lose fans just from this instance. I know
no,
because
no.
this obviously gonna be some people who like overreact and be like, I'm never listening to his songs again. But bro, you paid to go see his concerts. You're obviously like a pretty big fan of him. Like,
Yeah, people are just
after a
dramatic.
week, yeah, after a week or two, you'll be singing those songs again. So
So, Vic, question. This is a question built off of this whole story. So, if you ever became big enough and you saw that people were able to sell your signed merch for thousands, if not millions of dollars later on in your life, like after your legacy, would you sign your own stuff and have people sell it to get the profit off of it?
like sign it for somebody to sell,
Yes.
or
Well,
like
sign it for somebody to sell it for you, because obviously you're not going to go in there and sell your own shit.
I don't know, but I could. Here's this box I just signed. Let me put it on eBay real quick.
Just saying, especially if you're seeing it going for great money.
No, I mean I wouldn't be opposed to it. I mean,
Pull out an
obviously you
old
can't.
picture that nobody has and sign it and be like, "Oh, I got this old picture of such and such."
Yeah, sure. I mean, obviously you can't do it too much. I would say like, well, I
Yep.
don't know, because at one point, at certain point, it's gonna devalue it if you
Yeah,
keep
it's gonna
signing everything,
depreciate.
right?
Your signature is gonna depreciate for sure if you have too
Hmm.
many signed stuff. Um,
But
but
I
yeah.
wouldn't be opposed to like signing stuff.
So in that case, would you never sign anything just so your signature would be more valuable? But you're gonna have a lot of hurt fans.
Yeah, no, I I feel like I would have to sign stuff. Let's say I was that big. I feel like I would have to sign stuff more frequently, just because even though my autograph is gonna not be as valuable, like to that person, I feel like it's gonna be valued. But yeah, I mean, I just couldn't not sign stuff for people, like especially if they were fans of me, like trying to just deny them. I feel like you're gonna lose fans like that, you know?
Yeah, no, but I think I would be that person to I would take pictures with everybody. I'll take pictures. You'll get photos, but I will only sign a couple of things every now and then. I would like to be known as that person. Be like, dang, you actually got a signed thing from him. He doesn't sign anything. I would be that guy because I want my
Would
signature to be valuable. But you
would
have
you just like randomly choose when you sign, or would you be like, "Oh, pay me this, and I'll sign this for you"?
oh no, I'm not gonna ask for payment. I'm just gonna sign every now and then. Like,
Randomly, yeah.
hmm if it'll be like exclusive stuff, like say for instance, be like, oh, he only has 20 shirts in each size, and he's gonna autograph all those shirts, like those shirts. It'd be like, okay, something like that, or even if it's like 5 or 10 items, like 10 signed things, and it'd be like, obviously those are gonna cost more for merch, but it's an autograph.
But it's not like basically paying for the autograph at that point.
No,
It's not the same thing.
you're paying for merch
Would you paying a higher value though because it's
because it's
autographed?
autographed, but it's still memorabilia.
I still feel like you're paying for autograph though.
No. You're paying for merch.
Is it like okay? Can you buy this merch without the autograph?
No, it's a limited
Okay.
edition autographed thing. That's why I said it's a limited. Like it's a 20. You have 20 of them that I sign. If you don't get these 20, there ain't gonna be no more.
Okay. I can kind of get behind it. As long as it's not like some you know,
Nah, that'd be
Gildan
fucked up. Like,
sweatshirt.
nah, it's not. It'd be fucked up to be like, oh, I have thousands of
Low
this out here,
quality.
but I only sign 20 of them. Like that would
Yeah.
not. That would be crazy. I wouldn't do that. But like, if I had like a limited edition type thing out, and it'd be like, okay, I got, every size, but I only got 10 of them, but they're all signed by me or autographed by me. Then that would be that thing. It's a limited edition thing, and it's autographed. You have something that's gonna be super valuable in the future. But I'll probably keep one for myself too.
Whatever, like, it always sucks with autograph stuff like that because, like, say they bought the autograph, you're like, you're at your highest, and then like you do something, you're like canceled. Like that autograph ain't worth.
Well, yeah, that just sucks. A legacy in his own. But I don't know if Chris Brown can pop that, bro. I think I could pop that.
It's like stocks, bro. It's an investment. It's a risk. Could be worth something more. It could be worth nothing. So.
Well, it's a stock in yourself. Like,
no, I'm saying like people who buy it from you.
Oh yeah, well,
it's like
of
an
course.
investment.
It's always an investment. Everything you buy is an investment, Vic.
If someone bought a bottle of water,
that's an investment, bro. You're thirsty, right? It's an investment in your health. You're thirsty. You don't want to be dehydrated, right?
What about some salt shakers?
Some salt shakers? That's so random. Know, bro. That's so random.
I don't know if everything you buy is an investment though.
I'm just saying, if you buy salt shakers, bro, you only gotta buy it once, and then you don't have to buy it no more. That's an investment.
What if you're like a hoarder and you just buy stuff to buy stuff?
Then you're just a hoarder and you're a horrible person. At that time, like, that's just you being irresponsible. I don't know if you call hoarders really like. I'm not gonna sit here and be like, yeah.
As a retailer, sometimes I feel like I'm a hoarder. So.
Well, technically are.
If I don't list the stuff, then it's hoarding. But if I list it and I'm trying to sell it, it's not hoarding.
It still seems like hoarding, like nonetheless. Because if it's not selling, you're still holding on to it, hoping it's sell.
Yeah,
eventually,
I mean,
it's hoarding.
Eventually, like if it's not selling, then eventually you just have to donate it, and you have to get rid of it somehow at some point, or it is hoarding.
How many things do you actually donate, Vic?
Well, my stuff sells, bro. So.
All your stuff does not sell.
Well, I have a decent sell-through rate. There's like in the last 90 days, I think I've sold 194 things.
That's great. But what about the stuff that you don't sell, Vic? You're avoiding the question.
Well, okay, so whenever stuff doesn't sell, like after a while, I put it on sale, so like 30% off. And there's some stuff that I've had for a while. But I feel like I do need to go through it, and I kind of want to have a garage sale. I was even telling Leslie today I want to have a garage sale and get rid of my old stuff. So
the stuff that what?
That either was a bad buy,
or didn't what? What did it not do?
Didn't sell.
Exactly, hoarder. That's exactly where we're at.
Hoarders can't get rid of stuff.
Well, yes, you're gonna get rid of it eventually, Vic. You're gonna talk about this. We're gonna come back next year. You're still be talking about. I'm still trying to do a garage sale.
I'll keep you when I hit that garage sale. Watch.
He's gonna start taking the stuff to do trades and shit. Like, we're not gonna get
Leslie's,
anything for this.
Leslie's probably gonna take my stuff secretly, and she said this stuff hasn't sold in 2 years. Let me go ahead and take it to the Goodwill,
Well, that's what I said. That's what I was
and then I'm be like,
asking. What
and then
amount
I'm
of
gonna go to Goodwill, be like, bro, I have this one at home. Let me buy it again.
you gotta look it back up on eBay and be like, oh, it's selling for this much. Get back to square one.
Well, but anyways, I'm not a hoarder. Don't believe the lies.
I never said yay. I was just asking a simple question: how often do you donate the stuff that you do not sell? And what I'm hearing is that you don't,
Well, first of all, I don't like donating to Goodwill and stuff like that
because they're
I
gonna
feel
be
like they.
because resellers are gonna come and take.
No, I just
resell
feel like they
stuff.
don't. They're. I don't know. They're sketchy. Goodwill's sketchy.
Okay, Vic, then don't donate it to them. Who are you donating it to?
Um,
List your donation. I mean, list your charity in the chat, bro.
I don't know. I had to find one.
So you don't have one?
But no, I mean I haven't
Oh my
donated
god, that's
anything.
what I'm asking. See, you answered my question. That was the original question. Was what's the first time? What have you donated? You haven't donated nothing. But you
I've
went
had a my mom had a garage sale at some point last year, and I threw some stuff out there. So
yes, but you throw all the stuff out there that was not selling. You do not
I
have
went through.
100% sell rate, bro. Nobody has
No,
100%
I'm
sell
not
rate.
saying I do.
But you're making it seem that way.
I'm just saying that I'm okay with parting from my inventory that's not selling.
You haven't done it.
I'll get to it. I'll keep you guys
He,
updated.
he
I don't even know
said,
how we got on this
it's
topic.
not hoarding, it's procrastinating.
It's an investment, bro. Isn't that what you
Investment.
said?
Oh my God. I'm dead. Well, I'm glad you're investing, Vic.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you.
And, I'm not going to say hoarding, but I'm going to say procrastinating.
Anywho, I guess we're moving on to our next story before you start roasting me more.
I'm not roasting you. I was just trying to get answers. This was never supposed to be a roast session. It was literally me just trying to get answers from you. I was never trying to roast. It was just like, okay, what did you donate? And you're like, well, I have a 80-something% chance of sell rate. It's
Anywho,
just like, all right, cool story.
start pulling up my spreadsheet. What are my statistics?
This one's been here since I started.
Nah, bro. I don't think I've had anything over a year. So that's good.
a long time.
What do you think I should do every 3? You think 3 months is too long to hold on to something?
Nah, bro. Hey, you never know, something might sell. I guess. I don't know. I'm not a reseller. That's you.
Yeah, we could talk about that forever. That's a different like. We'll say that for another podcast.
Even though this podcast is
But
almost over.
bro, we're still on our quick mentions.
Well,
Anyway, let me go through the story. The next story real quick. So we're from Texas, so you know the whole
don't mess with
what's the thing
Texas.
called?
How you don't know the
Slogan.
slogan? I thought you say you don't know the
Well, I
slogan.
know what it is. No, I was like, well, it's not called a slogan. Is it called a
Yeah,
slogan
it's a
or is it like
slogan.
but it's like a PS or
A PSA?
PSA or something.
Yeah, I guess
Yeah,
it could
right.
be a public service announcement.
Yeah, don't mess with Texas. So, how do you feel about it? You like that for littering? Like, you think it kind of helps, or like? I mean, I feel like it's pretty, famous. Like,
It's
people know it, and
it's famous because people they enforce that shit. That's why. Go litter in front of a cop today and see what happens.
bro, I feel like no matter what state you're in, if you litter in front of a cop, like,
I really feel like in this state that we're about to talk about, it probably don't really care.
well, true, probably in California too, but
In
now we
Florida,
throwing shade at California. But anyways, in New York City, they came out with this new anti-littering campaign for the first time in 15 years, and the slogan is, "If you litter, you're garbage." And that's it. Do you feel like that's how do you feel about that? You feel like it's good? You feel like it's like too harsh? You feel like
no,
or
I like it. I think it's gonna be fine, but I just think it's gonna be like on here it says it's brash and it's bold and it speaks to the New Yorkers in a language that they all speak. So I think it's perfect for them because
Well, yeah, New
New
York
York
is
can be kind of
known for being
aggressive.
rude.
Yeah, they're definitely known for being aggressive. So I think it works for them. Even like don't mess with Texas. That's very confrontational. Like don't mess with Texas, you're gonna get beat up or something. Like, so I don't know. I think it's a great slogan for New Yorkers. But how well will it adapt? It's gonna take a long time to adapt, bro. They said they haven't had a slogan or anything for 15 years.
Yeah,
That's not gonna change overnight at all. So changing people's customs. This is what people are accustomed to, just throwing stuff places, and now they got to be like, oh, okay, we're gonna actually pick it up. Good
will
luck.
they actually do it though? I don't know. We'll see. But yeah, I mean, I get what you like. I feel like it's something kind of out there that's gonna catch people's attention,
Mm-hmm.
whether they actually like, you know, feel inspired or whatever to pick up the litter and not litter. We'll see. I don't think they will. I don't think it's gonna change that much. Just I guess I don't want to stereotype the whole state, but then stereotypes are for a reason, kind of thing. But so we'll see. It's bold. Um, but I don't think it. I don't think it's gonna be like dumbest Texas.
Yeah.
But yeah, just let us know what you guys think. Comment
Uh,
below. That's all I have for the quick mentions. Just go ahead and hop into this actual first story.
it's only gonna be our first and last. We're at 53.
Yeah, okay. I was kind of wondering how many stories we get to, but I'll go ahead and just read this first story, first and last. Um, so yeah, a man drains his family's bank account and throws $200,000 in cash along the Oregon highway.
I hate that this
And I
stuff
like
always
it,
happens when I'm not around.
right, bro? You know, it's in Oregon. But my favorite part of the story is the man's family is asking people to return the money.
Now, why would I do that?
I know, right? Like, um, so yeah, it says he's blessing others by throwing out the $200 in cash on the highway. But the problem is the family is saying the money didn't belong to him or didn't all it wasn't all of his money. So he basically was throwing it from a speeding car on the interstate, and he drained his family's bank account before he let the bills fly. So obviously he had access to his money. So in a way,
It's his.
yeah. I mean he could pull it, and he was able to get it. So I don't. There's not really any issues with it because it's shared. They both have equal interest in the money. He said. However, he could have faced charges for disorderly conduct or endangerment since he created a commotion on the highway.
Yep.
So yeah, I mean they basically can't go after him for taking all the money because he had access to the account. But they can kind of the only thing they can
Throw him
kind
in
of charge him
jail.
for is the fact that he threw this on the highway. And you know when cash is on the highway, especially that high amount, people start seeing like $100 bills flying. But you're gonna pull over and try to get as much as you can. So
Man, let me see a 20 fly past my car. I'm turning around on the freeway.
yeah, for real. Will you turn around for a 20?
20, bro.
For a 20? I don't know about for a 20 on the highway. That had to be a solid 100, bro.
Solid 100. You swear you can see the bill that well when you're flying by.
Turns out it's a fake 100, bro. I'd be so mad.
Oh man. What if he did throw fake money in? It was all
Bro,
a
that'd be
dream.
hilarious. Because I mean, what are the chances? Like, if you saw this guy throwing money, like, my first thought would be, oh, this is probably fake money. Like, who's gonna actually throw this much money out the car? Is Mr. Beast in the car, or what's going on
She
here?
might be. Never know. Oregon, that sounds about the area that he would be in.
uh, yeah, that's crazy. I feel like this could have been a quick mention as well, but yeah. Do you feel like he should be kind of charged for endangerment since he threw it on the highway?
this is Vic trying to, draw out a story. Yes, he should be. Now what? Yes.
Chris is gonna start answering yes no questions
It's a
or yes
crime.
no responses.
Say it's a crime. Now what?
Do you feel like no when the driver pulled to the left lane? Do you feel like he meant? Do you think he meant to wear the shirt, the blue shirt? What do you think the blue symbolized?
I'm dead. I don't know, Vic. What do you think? Do you think he should? You think he should get in trouble for disorderly conduct for throwing money onto the highway, possibly causing thousands of wrecks?
I mean, it's Oregon, so like the highway is not like Texas highway, bro.
You don't know that. You don't live in Oregon.
But look at the picture. I see 2 cars, bro.
First
I'm
of
just saying,
all,
bro. It's not like I-35 at 5 o'clock.
you do not know that, bro. What picture are you looking at? Because just even on this video, it shows more than 2 cars.
Well, it's like 4 seconds in for some reason.
Yeah, it looks like a regular freeway. So that means they probably have 5 o'clock traffic just like anybody else does.
It doesn't say he threw it out at 5 o'clock though.
It doesn't say what time he threw it out.
Well, he could have been like, I don't know. It could have been like 2:30 when it's not that busy.
That doesn't make any sense. I feel like at this point, like he was trying to throw it out when there was plenty of people.
Probably. That probably doesn't make sense.
I'm gonna throw it out when nobody's on the freaking road.
Just in case I want to go back.
What point do you make at that then?
You know, I feel like if I was him though, I would, obviously I'm throwing out this money, but I think I'd keep a good amount.
Yeah,
And just be like, oh, I threw it all out.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's what he did. I doubt he threw all 200,000 out, bro.
He said, let me keep a quick 50K real quick.
And throw out the rest.
It's not like they're gonna count it. They can't.
Yeah. Nobody's gonna collectively come back and be like, huh, I wonder if let's get together and see how much money we got. Even in this video, it's showing like people going like at nighttime to go collect some money, like from the the money that's on the side of the road and stuff like that. People are collecting hundreds of dollars.
Yeah, I would.
Hell yeah, I would too. Let me go to Oregon real quick. My cup caught me a couple hundred.
Hey, there's probably still 100 somewhere floating out there.
Mm-hmm.
The one that got away.
Yeah, that. Anyways.
Anyways, I guess that wraps up our stories.
Yeah.
Our podcast. Bro, I feel like you didn't even read a story, bro.
I didn't. I did not.
I should let you have that last one, huh?
Yeah, whatever. Look, so here's how the stories go, you guys. Me and Vic share a Google Drive, and we both put stories in these Google Drives. So Vic makes the order of the stories. Vic puts 90% of his stories and probably like 10% of mine. And it's not to say I don't have interesting stories. I just think Vic just really wants to talk about what he found. Which doesn't bother me. But you're the reason why you read your stories. You put them in there.
All right, let me read y'all some of Kristen's
please.
headlines.
Please. Let's read them.
See if you can follow the trend here. So, Colorado school bus driver now faces 30 child abuse charges after allegedly slamming on brakes while driving.
That happened recently. Continue. The Dalai Lama apologizes after a video is showing him kissing a minor boy and then asking him to suck his tongue. You don't think that's an interesting story to talk about?
It is.
Let's talk about it. The Drake Bell situation. Drake Bell from Drake and Josh. He went and missed. Supposedly he went missing, and then he came back the next day and said he left his phone in the thing, and it said, "Hey, actually, I'm not missing." They made a whole thing about that. I feel like that would have been interesting to talk about too. Let's talk about it, Vic. Don Lemon was fired from CNN after 17 years. Nobody told him anything. They just said, "Hey, bitch, you no longer work here." He's only been loyal to them for 17 years just to hear from his agent that you no longer work for the company. For what reason? Nobody knows. But let's talk about the ones Vic has. Mountain rescuers called to save hikers on magic mushrooms.
Hey, that's interesting. I didn't even put that in the order though. So
you didn't, but you see, I don't think that's as interesting to me.
No, okay, what I usually try to do is put at least like 2 and 2.
Uh-huh.
So just your story. Like we never get through all our stories because we have two of your stories and two of my stories.
Uh
So I actually meant
huh. The other stories that were in there that hadn't been said for weeks, I took them out because those were the throwaway stories for sure. I kind of just threw those in there just because I was like, we didn't have anything, and I was like, well, let me just throw this in here just in case. But I literally just deleted those like today. But don't come at me acting like my stories I be putting in here ain't fire, bro. Like I felt that shade. You ain't gonna come at me like that, bro.
no, I just said you didn't read any stories.
Yeah, I didn't read no stories, but you were about to talk about the stories I put in here.
Oh yeah,
And
you're
but
right.
the whole reason I said, you said you read all the stories, and I said it's because you put the order together, and you put the order to where all your stories are first and mine are at the end. So a lot of times we don't make it to the end. So guess what that means? I don't read anything because I didn't put my stories haven't made it yet.
No, you're right. I was to be fair this time we only made it to one actual story. The quick mentions were a little long.
But the second
Okay,
story
but
was
I got
yours too.
see, Loki. I meant to switch that, but
Yeah,
I forgot.
whatever.
No, because it was even crossing my mind. I was like, oh, that's two stories of mine back to back.
It's
That's an interesting
bro,
story
it's
though.
always like that, bro. Which I don't complain. I don't complain because you do the work. You put this together, so I don't complain about it. But shit, if I don't get to it, we don't get to it. Don't come at me if I'm not reading nothing.
Nah, my bad. I got you. You know, much love, much love.
Yeah, whatever. The much shade. It's getting. I think it's getting dark in here. There's a lot of fucking shade, bro.
When we're not even in the same room. That's how much shade I'm throwing it through the computer. No. But with that being said, make sure to follow Kristen's Discord, right?
Discord. I have.
What
I,
is it?
I haven't started my Discord, bro. It's Twitch.
No, what is it? Twitch. There you go. I can't think of it. Let me put you first.
Nah, bro, just stay on the scheduled program, bro. Just go through and close us out.
Let's get Kristen to that affiliate link.
I am dead, man. I am
Nah.
dead.
Make sure to follow us on Twitter, Instagram, and nowhearmeout.kv.
KV,
Go ahead and email us any stories, comments, concerns, questions at nowhearmeout.kv
KV.
at gmail.com. Go ahead and follow us and subscribe on YouTube at Kristen Vic NHMO.
NHMO.
Make sure to hit that bell so you get notified whenever we put out a video. And then also make sure to follow us or give us 5 stars on the Apple review.
5 stars.
And then follow me on TikTok at weirdvic_flips. Follow us on TikTok at Now Hear Me Out Podcast. And make sure to check out our shop at nowhearmeout.myspreadshop.com.
Yeah, you guys can check me out on Twitch, Instagram, Twitter, all that good stuff at Beast Mode Chris, where the E's are threes. That's Beast Mode Chris, where the E's are threes. Again, thank you guys for tuning in. And like Vic said, if you haven't hit that subscribe button, go ahead and hit it. And much love, you guys. But we will catch you guys next week. We are out of here. Peace.